Yeah, howdy everybody. I've been putting this off for a very long time, and I think this weekend I'm finally going to do it. I have the parts in. So basically, this is a 2004 Toyota Tacoma with about 350,000-ish miles on it. Right now, so you lock the door, right? And I'm turning the key with somewhat really good force. And right now, it's a warm day, so it actually went up a lot more than what I thought it would. But when it's colder out, this whole tumbler is like frozen. It's like just seized. Let's see if we can open the door. Nope, nothing. And this is just somewhat good force. I don't want to break the key in there. But yeah, so that's been the problem. But yeah, I'm going to start taking this apart. But first things first is I'm going to undo this handle. So when this was in there, it's kind of hard to get out. What I did is I kind of moved the handle in the open position, and voila, we're in. Probably have to do this off camera. But I'm going to take one hand here, put a finger on here, and take my other hand and put it down here. I'm going to use both fingers to kind of pull outward like this. Voila, I got it. So I just put my finger in there and I put some pressure, some really good pressure. If you have sensitive fingers, then this job probably ain't going to be for you. But I just put it right in the even just to separate that plastic a little bit. Then I just put inward pressure and it popped it right off. So now that's not attached anymore. So we should be able to just go up and bam. We don't have that on the door anymore. Alright, so I got some of these non-marring like pry bars. So the next thing here, I can't remember, I'm gonna be honest with you, I can't remember if I have to take these out. I'm pretty sure I do, I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna wedge this in there like so. Oops. So I'm going to wedge this in there and just loosen her up a little bit. There we go. Boom. I'm using some good force on it. You now want to strip these heads out. Once these heads are stripped out, well, long story short is you're screwed. Oh, well, I would definitely, to do this job, you need this set. It's a professional like trim, what do they call it here? 11-piece trim toolkit, OTC. To do jobs like this, you need this kit because it's plastic, but it's not like real soft plastic. It's real rigid. But basically, if I wasn't using that kit, I would have scars and scratches. It would just tear up this door. So that was a lot harder than what I remember. But so there's like a clip that looks like a horseshoe in there, and basically I got it out to where a little bit of it's shown on the other side, and I do believe that's all I need. Okay, let's see what we can do here. I'm trying to do this without ripping out that the little boom. Got it. I hate this clip. So with that clip out, it should pop out. Oh yes, it does. It does. It did. And this little plastic washer, I guess it just, it's like a friction thing for when you're, rolling up and down the window. Oh my god. But basically that's what that does, is see those little notches there and there? So that's basically where that horseshoe, the little prongs, they bite into those little holes right here. It's a weird design. Some handles have a thing where you just pop off that clip and it's like a Phillips screw, and you just undo the Phillips screw head and you just pop. Those are so much easier, but I mean, modern cars have those now. So, all right. So to summarize what we did, I took that out, took the window crank out, took that out. I'm pretty sure I might have to take this out. Actually, I'm pretty sure I think I do. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have to take that out if I remember right. So, but what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to pop. So now it's time to pop the body panel clips. You know what? I'm going to try switching up to this tool. I want to see how this tool does. Because this is a metal tool and it's really, because there's nothing protecting the body panel. So when I'm using this, I'm making a lot of scratches. And it kind of mars up the door panel, like the bottom of the door panel. But I mean, it is what it is. I mean, so I'm going to try using some plastic tools. There we go. There's one. So there's going to be another one up here. So we got here. So, okay, there we go. Boom. So, I mean, there's like a plastic clip here, like right here that I grabbed. And I kind of want to use the flashlight to kind of see, to kind of pry it and kind of see is kind of the whereabouts where that clip is at. Because if I go down here, I'm really not doing nothing. But if I go up here and I'm more at the center of that clip, it's just gonna be easier, and you're gonna have less of a chance of messing up the panel, warping it and stuff. Alright, I think I see another one up here. Boom. There we go. Yeah, this plastic trim set, to do this job and to do to the point where you don't totally mess up your panel, you need this set. It's a must have. It's a must have. But I'm trying to do the same thing on this side, but I'm just not getting enough leverage, so I'm gonna try to do here. So it's real wobbly here, so I'm pretty sure there's a clip somewhere in this area. So I'm going to try to sneak this little 45 degree in there. And there we go. Boom. We got it. There. Boom. Okay. Should pop out like so. This plastic is not the newest, so it makes you nervous. But yeah, so basically that's out. That's basically the clip that holds it. So you got a bottom clip right out the bottom. So I definitely would not pry at the bottom, because if you pry out the bottom, you're going to mess up that bottom tab. And it looks like it's just held in by like a ball socket. And that ball socket goes into there. So you have a ball socket there and a tab there. Boom, there we go. And we have a wire connected to it still. So basically this wire, it was just held in the clip like this, like so. And basically it was just in that tab. So all I did was just, I put my finger in between the clip and I just pushed down. I pushed down and I kind of gave it a gentle tug on the yank on the wires and it popped out. Let's roll up this window halfway here. This is like, I already did this once, so it's not like virgin anymore, but the first time was kind of cool, because it's like, wow, this is the first time anyone's touched this in like probably 24 years. Okay. Real gentle. I mean, this is a mint condition Toyota Tacoma. I don't want to mess up any of the factory stuff. To do that, take my finger like so. Boom. She is out of there. She is out. Watch this. Boom. We're done. We're out. Right where I gotta go, this hole lets you put a socket in there, but the glass is in the way, so I have to go up with the glass. See, now we can get to that. We can get to that bolt in that hole. So I would definitely raise the glass all the way up, because the way they have it, that lock is intertwined. That bolt is actually holding that lock on there. So I think I just need to take out that bolt and the whole lock should come out, and I don't even have to take the handle out, because there's nothing wrong with the handle itself. It's just that lock. I got my dang old Japanese bolt set here. So I wish I was one of those people where you just look at the bolt and you just know exactly what size it is. But I am totally not that person. Make sure I'm on it firmly. Do not want to strip any of the stuff out. Mistakes in this area, you're screwed. Short and sweet. If you make some of the stuff in here, if you make a mistake, you're going to have to buy a new door. Okay, so I'm not going to chance it. I'm going to put my hand right over it. Okay, so that lock should pop out like that. Okay, let's see what we got here. So we got a plastic clip right there. So see that plastic clip? And that lock has like a metal perch. So I think I have to twist it that way. So let's twist it. Oh, wow. Okay, what's going on? Okay, I twisted it the wrong way, I think. So I think it's got to go clockwise. So I'm going to twist it clockwise. Yeah, boom. There we go. Right there. We're almost out. Just a little bit more until it clears that perch. Then we're out. I think. I'm hoping I don't have to take this whole handle off. You know what? I'm thinking... Oh no, it's still on that perch a little bit. So what we caught on? Okay, so it's still caught on there. So you know what? I think we might actually have to take this whole handle off. It is what it is, I'm not, I wish I just knew all this stuff out on the top of my head, but I don't have that gift here. I was kind of hoping I wouldn't have to take this whole handle off, but hopes and dreams. What do they say? Defecate in one hand and hope in the other hand. See which one fills up faster. We took off that linkage, right? But we still have the actual linkage that opens and closes that handle. So I'm going to go up there and I'm just going to put my finger on there and retract that plastic clip. Since I gone this far with it, I might as well just replace the handle, I don't know. Like, does it make sense to anybody, like, if to do all this work to just replace the lock, I'm like, it's like, this handle probably has had tens of thousands of uses, opening and closing, really hard pulling and stuff. And I'm like, if I'm going to do all this work, why stop at just the lock? Might as well just do the whole assembly. That way I don't have to worry about it for a while. So that's what my thought process was. All right, here's the root culprit for the whole reason I had to do all this stuff. What's this lock here? It's just worn, Alright, this is the next weekend. I finally got some door handles. I got some new little clips for the door panel because a couple of them I just destroyed. But the nice part is you can buy like 50 of them for like 15 bucks. They literally just slide right back onto the mount. So that's nice. Got my lock cylinder. I would say this bad boy is ready to put back in the door. Alright, I got the lock back in. The door handle / lock assembly back in. It looks so nice. Looks like a new truck almost. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put one bolt back, that bolt there. That way it's someone in there, and I'm going to start reattaching some of these linkages. And thinking it over, because the new door handle actually comes with a brand new clip. a brand new plastic clip. One of these. Alright, so I'm putting the second bolt in. The second one is not so easy because the way they designed it is that lock is actually interwebbed in there with that mount. So this bolt holds that lock, holds the door handle at the same time. So you're kind of lining up three different things. So I just have my extension. I'm just kind of trying to thread it on by hand. And while I'm also on the other side, and I'm kind of wiggling the one side back and forth ever so slightly. And if it turns out to be real hard to get on, I might have to undo that bolt. That way it gives me more wiggle room. Like I said, I personally do not want to do this job for a while. So I'm just going to put a little bit of Loctite on. Alright, that bolt is installed. But I'm just... Alright. Well, the big moment is here. Let's see what happens here. There. See what we got here. Let's see what we got. Oh, that is so nice. I think what I'm gonna do now, because the shop we took it to, the shop we originally took it to have this done, they sprayed a lot of like lube and stuff in there. I don't know if you can see. Spray that. Spray that down. Oh my gosh, so cool. Look at that handle. I have access to some air, so I'm gonna blow everything out. Alright. I cleaned off a little bit over here. I pretty much cleaned off everywhere where you can't get to once the panel's on. And I just use this time to look at some stuff. You know, I mean, we have everything apart. I noticed this was kind of loose somehow. And I put my hand in there, and they have like bars in there. Or so I could think of as I lifted up on it, and as I was lifting all the way up, I turned it clockwise, and I kept doing it until the point where I just barely got one more turn on it because it was rubbing on the thing, you know. And now it's nice and stiff. It's because before it was like all loose and stuff. Yeah, I'm just using this as a chance to kind of look things over, see how the wiring harness stuff is, the speaker. I think the speaker gasket is on its last leg. Alright, I am so happy. I think that spot of really heavy, I don't know what that shop used, but that grease was like really heavy stuff. I don't know what they used, but I mean, it got all the way in there, but I cleaned it out pretty good, I feel like. So, and see that little hole there? That hole is actually a drain. So I took my time, I got an air nozzle in there, and I cleaned out all those holes. So all the way throughout the door, you should see little glimmers of light. And from the beginning, they weren't really too bad, but I just took the extra step, blew out this door real good, cleaned some stuff off, just visually inspect those drain holes, make sure it was good, because what will happen is dust and mud, they'll settle at the bottom, and if they get wet, what happens is it just retains that moisture, and it just retains it, and it just gets wet, dry, and eventually there'll be rust. There'll be rust holes right at the bottom of these pans. I don't know what that is, you know. But really, these speakers aren't really too bad to replace, you know. Yeah, so I was cleaning up my speaker. Look, got two little bubbles. I don't know quite what those are, but maybe I blew the speaker, you know. When I was in high school, I carpooled in this truck with a friend. We were going to college, and he would just turn up the radio ungodly, like, volume. And I'm like, dude, you're gonna blow my freaking speakers. And like, one of these speakers for sure has a crack, either that one or this one. And it might be this one, because I mean, that's just weird to me, you know. So he might very well blew my speaker. But long story short, that was the last time I carpooled. Like, carpooling with people, it gets crazy, man. It really does, you know. That was the last time I carpooled. Because I think what happened was the one day we were driving, and there was two other buddies that we knew. And I don't know what he was thinking, but he was going like 120 plus miles an hour. I mean, he had this car pegged. But it was the day where we took his car to college. So we were in his car, and we're driving down the highway, and he's just pegging it. And he gets on this off-ramp. I mean, radio blasting. He gets on this off-ramp, hits the e-brake, does like some drift. But the thing is like, he tried to do like a 180 drift or something. Like a 360 spin and keep going forward. But he hit the e-brake. It just failed miserably. Miserably to the point where it was like embarrassing. I was like, what the fuck, dude? Holy shit. And it's just crazy. Now, that was literally the last time I carpooled. I think the excuse, I kind of felt bad because it was in 07 when gas was really high, you know. And I felt bad because the parents didn't know what happened. I didn't want to rat him out, so I just told him and his parents that, you know, my car insurance wouldn't let me have another passenger because I was so young and I was a male, you know. So that was kind of my excuse to kind of dodge him to get out of the carpool agreement, you know. And I kind of felt bad, you know, but I mean, at the same time, I just could not. I mean, the guy had my radio full blast. He was driving like a nut when we were in his car, you know. I kind of drove like a nut too, but I mean, that day was pretty crazy. That was the last time I carpooled. Got my door handle. Since it's out, I might use this time to clean it up real good. Right, so these are soaked. Drop it in my bucket of water here. Ouch. Look at that. I think that came out really nice. Alright, at this point in juncture, I think I'm ready to put the panel back on. I cleaned up everything pretty good. Did a little bit of TLC. So as I'm holding the panel, I'll probably put my knee on it. And I'll use my knee to hold it while I plug this in for the speaker. I'm going to put these screws back in the door handle. Remember, right, these weren't exactly the funnest to put on. All it literally is just a plastic insert that wood screw is going into. So I'm trying to do my best not to over tighten it, but at the same time, favorite, most satisfying part, I think. Let's see if it pops on. Oh yeah, that was satisfying. I wonder if it'll let me. And I was like, are you gonna let me put you back on? Okay, yep, we're good. Alright, we're in. So I'll go up with that. Okay, there we go. Okay, cool. I'm just gonna push on it. Like so. Okay, we're in. She's on. Door handle has a bolt we have to put in right here. But it also has like a little guide. And I think that guide has to go right there. So I'm just kind of being gentle with it here. I don't know if I can see what's going on. I kind of have to use a little bit of force to pop it on, but as you just heard, once you put it on, you'll hear it pop and it'll just go in. Explanatory. I think these are pretty self-explanatory. Just 2 grooves and they match it up with the 2 grooves in the thing. Right here, there's a little notch. So this horseshoe will not go on that way because there's a notch. It's got to go on. It has to go on that way, where the side that doesn't have the notch. This is the place. So right now I'm not all the way in there, but there's also gears. So what I could do is I could actually start the clip. I can put the clip in there and start it, and then it's not going to go all the way in. The prongs won't go all the way in because there's gears in the way. But as soon as I hit down on it, the prongs should snap in. So that's what I think I'm going to do. So right now I have a little bit of room. I'm going to try to set these prongs in the hole, and it should rest on the gears, and all I got to do is just push in. Boom. Alright, we got it. You know, I'm sorry I can't get it better on camera, but I mean, it's literally a process of using a pick, a good flashlight, a good set of non-prying, a good set of trim pry bar set, a good pry bar set for trim, plastic, and a body filler knife. Basically a bunch of plastic. Oh my god. Oh my god. Did you just see that? I guess that's why we test it. I didn't push down enough to where the tong gripped onto the other side of that thing. Okay. So, I got it on again. It's seated. I'm just going to put quite a bit of pressure on this. Just a little bit, like that. Make sure I'm in. I think we're in. I'm going to just gently pull on it. That way if it does come out, I'm not going to be pissed off, because you can pull on it and it'll come off a little bit, but you're still okay because the gears are holding that prong. But if you pull out to the point where there's nothing at all holding it, the clip will engage and you have to restart. But I mean, I think we're in. I'm kind of using a gentle pull on it and it's not doing anything. So I think we're in. We're in. Here's another test. This Armor All is probably about 17, so this is about 6 years old. I wonder if there's any in here that are still wet. Let's find out. Nope. Not so far. Nope. Nope. It's actually a little damp now. It's a little more damper. Oh. No. It's all dry. And great big old shop and I can't even find glass cleaner. That's embarrassing. Alright, I took out my glass, found some glass cleaner. I stole it from the kitchen. Big old shop. I don't know what I do, but I just cannot keep glass cleaner for some reason. All right, this is the moment I've been waiting for the last, God, 2 years. Fresh lock, fresh door handle. Let's do it. Ah, it locks. That is so nice. Woo! Don't have to go around to the other side just to lock my door. Let's see if it unlocks. Oh, let's see if it'll stay locked first. All right, stays locked. Oh, yeah. Oh, this is so nice. But yeah, whatever you do, the keys that came with your new lock, they're not meant for the ignition. So the thing that sucks about this is, for now on, I'm going to have one key to start the car and one key to open the car. It kind of sucks, but I'll ask you this. I mean, having the inconvenience of having 2 different keys, does that outweigh the convenience of able to, does that outweigh being able to do this? Unlocking your door, without having to go around to unlock it. And when you park it, you have to go all the way around to lock it, And to me, in my mind, it does. It's worth it. I guess that's what, like in my mind, it's worth having 2 sets of keys, one for your ignition and one for your door lock. Just for the convenience. No damage, no visible damage at all. I think it came out really good. And for now, I'm going to call that job well done. It's impressive. I mean, those Japanese, they know how to make a truck. I mean, 350,000 miles, 24 years old. And literally, that's the only part we replaced was that door lock. And I replaced that door handle, but in reality, I'm pretty sure I could have reused the old door handle. So I'm not going to count that because I think that door handle still had another 100,000 miles left in it. But just for the sake of, having it all apart, in my mind, I'm like, might as well just replace the whole assembly instead of just cheaping out and just doing the lock. So, at least that's how my mind works. So, but yeah, I hope everybody enjoyed the video. And I hope y'all keep it between the ditches. And I pray that everybody has a good day and a good tomorrow. Peace out.